Good morning. It's day 116 of Walk with Winston, and I hope that you've had a great few days. It's the middle of January, and that means that over 80% of the people have already given up on their New Year's resolutions. And perhaps you've made several resolutions that your hope is beginning to fade. Your commitment and determination is beginning to fade, and that is very natural. I think one of the things I wanted to share today is perhaps a different way of thinking about resolutions and goals that will encourage us and inspire us to pick up the mantle again, because today's a fresh start. Regardless of what our big intentions were just a few weeks ago, we can pick up the mantle again and progress to the change and transformation that we dream of. So in the Win the Gift model, and if you've not yet downloaded it, I've included a link at the bottom of this video. In the Win the Gift model, one of the things I really encourage and stress is that we set goals that bring joy out of our lives and don't seem like a burden. It's, I don't know about you, I have this inner self-critic, this voice inside my head that can really nitpick and find fault and see the gap as so significant and daunting that it's really hard for me to feel joy and peace and serenity and love in pursuing the goals of my heart. And so this is an invitation. This Win the Gift model is an invitation for us to rethink our whole change and transformation process, because we have enough burdens in our life, and we can really, I can beat myself up a lot about my lack of progress towards certain things that I really desire. So typically when I talk about the first step of the Win the Gift model, the W stands for winnable. And so as we set goals, it's important to be really selective and to seek goals and simplify goals so that we can start to build momentum. I've noticed in my own life that the more that I get momentum, it just feeds upon itself. And so the winnable aspect of Win the Gift is to set goals. Well, I really endorse setting one or two very small, tiny goals that you can turn into habits that then lay a foundation of momentum and progress that then you can build upon. A lot of times our goals are so big, so daunting, that if we don't see progress right away, it's really easy to give up. And I believe it's so important for us to see that momentum and feel that progress, and that itself brings us joy and light and peace. So my encouragement today is not only to simplify the goals that we have and break them into smaller and smaller, maybe a single daily action that we're going to take that is going to lead to us taking additional action down the road. That's what it takes to build momentum. And the other encouragement I would have for us today is when we're setting these goals and looking at the progress that we're seeking, is to find something that brings us joy, brings us light, brings us love, that when we think about doing it, it doesn't feel like a burden or a yoke or obligation or duty, but something that we, as we take action and build momentum, brings us joy, light, peace, and love. So as you're setting, as you think about your resolutions, do they fit that model? Is your resolution winnable? That's the first question. If it's going to take your willpower to make it winnable, I'd argue that it's not winnable. If it's going to take a tweak or a small adjustment to take that one action or two actions, that seems more doable, and it seems definitely more winnable. So here we are, middle of January, 82% have thrown in the towel. My invitation to us today is to not throw in the towel, but to break down our longer term goal, our longer term dream, into a winnable action that we can take day by day, week by week, month by month, and begin to build momentum and build joy and love in our life. With that, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again soon.